Hey everyone, welcome back to Technical Interview Guide channel. And in today's video, this is part 3. We have already covered part 1 and part 2. We have covered a couple of queries in those two videos. If you have not watched those two videos, you can go to the channel and check out those two videos. There are a couple of queries which we have already discussed, and those queries are important for any SQL interview. So if you are new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so you never miss an update. In today's video, we are going to tackle some common interview questions and walk through the answers together. Whether you are preparing for an interview or just looking to sharp your SQL skills, this video is for you. So let's dive right in. Okay, so we are in the SQL interface. Let me adjust or increase the size 125. I hope it is visible. Okay, so as we have already discussed in past two videos, we are using employee table. So I have write down it here, select star from employees, and here are our tables. So we have five columns in our tables. Now we have, I have write it down, couple of queries here on the screen you can see. So let's start with first query. That is write a query to fetch even and odd rows from an employee tables. All right, let's start with our this question. And just to let you know, this question tests your understanding of row numbering and module operations. So here is how we can do it. And in this query, we will use row numbers to assign a unique row number to each row and then filter based on that row number whether the row number is even or odd. So how we do it, we can use select star row number is a function we can use to give a row number to create a new column uh, with the row numbers. And whenever we use row numbers, we need to use over clause with row number, otherwise it will not work. So we will order by row employee ID from employee table. What this query will do, if I'll run this query, you can see the output. It will create a new column. I'll just give a name of this column as row number. So it will create a new column, and you can see assign 1 2 3 4 the number for every row, right? So we need to fetch even and odd both rows. So first we are going to fetch even or even rows. So we can use this query as a subquery, and we can start select a star from, then we can use this query as subquery, right? And now we can use where clause where row number, we can use module sign, and 2 is equal to 1. So it will give us even numbers, and we will see even numbers data in the output. You can see the row number is 1 3 5 7, right? Now if same thing, if we need to fetch odd, then we can use the same query, just we need to use 0, because if the row number is divided by 2, uh, it is divisible by 2, then that means that is the odd row. So now if I'll fetch, you can see the row number 2 4 and 6, the query gave us these records, right? Just one thing, in this employee ID 6, you can see an odd number as well as it was available on even number as well. So yeah, here it is. So let us, we need to check if there are duplicate employee ID in this data. Yes, that's why it is giving 6 in each table. Okay, so now moving to the next query, and this query number 2, write a query to find all the employees name whose name is. So we have some sub questions here. I have write it down. So we need to fetch all the records where the employee name begin with A. So how can we achieve this? We need to use select star from employee. This is a simple query. It will fetch all the result from table employee table. Now we can give a conditions where the column name is employee name, and we can use like operator, employee name like, and we need to fetch the result where employee names start with A. So what we can use, we need to use and then percent. So percent mean it will not evaluate other characters. It will just go and check in employee names whether the first character is A or not. So like these queries show various patterns begin with A. Okay, so let me run this query here, and it is giving an error that column name employee name is not correct. Okay, so let me check what is the name of that column, employee. Let me do one thing. We can use select star from employee, then check emp name. It is not employee name, it is emp name. Yeah, that is what causing an issue. So let me run it again. Yeah. So in this, we got only one record where employee name is starting from the letter A, Arjun. Next query is contains A alphabet at second place. How we can do this to fetch second place letters? So we can use same query. I just copied it from above and paste it here. Now we need to fetch data where the letter A should be on second position in the employee name. So we can use this sign, and what it will do, present a character. So I have given it here the sign. So that's mean the first character could be anything. Then the second character should be A, and then we use percent sign, module sign. That's mean the third, fourth, fifth character can be anything. So let's run this and see the result. Oh, okay. So we got four results here, and each result you can see in employee name, the letter A is on second position. So our result is correct. Okay. Now moving to the next, contains Y alphabet at second last place. Second last place. The same thing we can use this sign. Okay. So I'll just copy this query from here and paste it here. Now what? Please write in the comment what we can do here. And the hint is available in this query, which we just solved to contain A alphabet at second place. We need same thing we need to do in this query as well. So we need to find the employee name where by alphabet at the second last place, not from the first. Okay, so we can use module sign to ignore all the letters from starting positions. Then at the last, we can use here by, and then we can give a letter sign. Okay, now if I'll run this query, it will give nothing. Okay, so what we can check to validate if there is any record available in or not. I think there is no record available where second last letter is by from employee. So I'll just run it here, and if I'll go through the employee name, there is no name available in this list where the second last letter is by. So that's why our result come with this query is blank. Okay, so it is working fine. Now moving to the next is end with L and contain four alphabets. So now they have fixed that the name should be four letters, but there is one more condition that the last alphabet should be L. So we can use the same thing, same query, just we need to change one thing. I've copied it from above and pasted here. Then uh, okay, so ends with, so we can use this sign three times, one, two, three, and then the last sign should be L. So this query give a result where employee name is four letters and the last letter would be L. So now if I'll run this query, there is no, okay, so there is no combination available in this employee table, we can just cross verify, select star from employee. Okay, here in employee name, if we check, okay, so there are only two names with four letters, row number 6 and 7. Okay, but at the last, these names does not contain L at the end. So uh, that's why there were no records while running this query. So if we want to check it, we can use A here. So it will give us two records where the name contains four letters and the last letter is A. Yeah, so it is working fine. Our query is working fine now. Okay, now moving to the next, the begin with V and ends with A. Okay, so we can use the same thing here as well, and these are the scenario which you can face in any interview. So that's why I am taking all type of scenario about the this like operators. Okay, so I have copied the query from the above and pasted here. Now begin with v. So what we can do here, we can put v in the starting, then module sign to ignore all the characters from the middle, and then it mentioned that and with a, so we can use a at the last. So it will ignore all the middle characters, just check whether the name is starting with v and end with a. Let me run this query. If yeah, there is only one records in the the employee name is Vishakha, you can see, and the Vishakha, you can see v starting name start with b and ends with a. Okay, so our results are correct now. Now moving to the query number 3, and it query, this query also have couple of sub points, sub questions. Okay, so write a query to find the list of employees, employee name which is starting with vowel without duplicates. Okay, so we can use the same query we used in the previous one, and just we need to change here. Uh, in this bracket, we can give all the letters which we want to check whether the employee name is starting with that letter or not. So A, E, I, O, U, I gave that letters here, and then model sign to ignore all the letters after first letter. Now if I'll run this, then it will give me it gave me two rows, and the first row employee name is starting from A, the second employee name is starting with E. So the query is working fine. Now same thing, if we go to the second one, ending with vowels. Okay, the same query we can use for to fetch output for this question as well. Just we need to uh, replace this model sign and paste it in the first, so that it will ignore all the first letters. Just check for the last letters in the employee name. Now if I'll run this query, it will give me four or five rows data, and every rows you can see the employee name ending with a and a. Okay, so it is giving me perfect answers. Now moving to the starting and ending with vowel a, e, I, o, u. Okay, so now the condition have changed. Same thing, we can use the same query. I just copied from above and the paste here. Just it is saying that whether a name is starting with a, e, I, o, u or ending with a, e, I, o, u. I need those records. So what I can do here, I can put this array in the starting, then give a model sign to ignore all the records in the in the middle, in between first and last letters. And now if I'll run, it will give me perfect result. So only one result is there, you can see, and which is starting with a e and ending with a. So the question number 4, find nth highest salary from employees table with and without using top and limit keyword. Oh, so what we can do, we can use select. I'll take only two column, employee name, emp name, and now I'll give a row number here to generate a row number. And now in over clause, I'll uh, sort it, like I'll give order by salary. And now I'll do one thing, I will sort it in ascending order, so that the highest salary will come up. And so now I'll give a name as well. So I'll give it index. Okay, from employee. Now, if I'll run this query, you can see the output employee name, salary, and index. Now it has sorted out the salary column. The top salary is on the top. Okay, and it has assigned 1 to 3 row number as an index. Now it is very simple to identify highest salary. Now I can use this query as a sub query and select star, and from then we can use this query as a sub query, and I can give a condition where index is equal to 1. Okay, now it will give me a highest salary in the list. If you want to check third positions, you can just give 3 in the index and it will give you third highest salary, which is 1 to 5,000. Okay, it is very simple. Now, moving to the last query, write a query to find duplicate records from a table. Okay, so the question number 5 is write a query to find duplicate records from a table. So how we can achieve this? We can just write a simple select query, select a star, and then uh, we can do counting, count a star for all the records, and I'll give a column name duplicate, and from employee table. Okay, and we can use group by, group by. And here is one thing you need to understand, that we need to use all the columns in group by to find a duplicate row. For like if I'll use only employee ID or employee name, then it will a query will go and check only combination of employee ID and employee name if there is any duplicate. What if I'll use all the columns name here in group by? Then it will create a special value and then go to the table and check if there is any duplicate. Okay, so I'll just use emp ID, employee name, gender, then salary, and then city. Okay, group by these columns, and then having I can use this count, and now I'll run this query. Then you can see there is only one record where query finds duplicate data. So how we can cross verify it? We can cross verify it. You can see the employee name is Lata and uh, employee ID is 6. So if I'll select all the data from employee table, I'll just check. Okay, for Lata, here you can see there are two records with the same employee ID, employee name, gender, salary, and city. Okay, so our query is working fine. Okay, so that's it for today's video. I hope these SQL interview question and answer were helpful for you. And this was third part. If you have any question or need further clarification, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching and good luck with your SQL interviews. Thank you, everyone.